And welcome to SimPro Racing, Power Lucas Oil Midgets here at Clarksville Speedway tonight. Coming your way from Clarksville Speedway, Brett Wheeler in the house tonight with Justin Rosenau calling action flag to flag. John Magic Fingers Westling, he'll be pushing those buttons for you, working those cameras around the track tonight. So let's take it on up to the booth. Here are Brett Wheeler and Justin Rosenau.
Yeah, thanks, JD. It's certainly good to be back here. Obviously, we had a week off last week, and welcome to, where are we at? Justin, we're at Clarksville tonight, and man, there are some big names already into the server, and Justin, I want to welcome you here tonight.
Thanks, Brett. This field tonight is going to be stacked. It's going to be fast. It's going to be loaded, guys. This track is a 3/8 mile red clay oval in Clarksville, Tennessee, 2 minutes from the Kentucky state line. Brett, Power Eye usually doesn't run at this track here, but there's a lot of big super late model shows at this track. It's a very, very racy, wide in the corners, and I stress wide. It's probably about 90 feet wide in the corners, guys. So there are choke points here at the racetrack here. Our trouble spots here is going to be coming out of turn 2 and turn 4 with guys getting into the wall, Brett.
Yeah, not only getting into the wall, but you've actually got to watch the infield there. I've been at this racetrack and I've raced these cars here, and man, it can get real nasty if you hit that infield berm. It's going to send your car up on virtually the right rear, and you will go over. So drivers will have to watch both the inside berm and also the outside wall. So we should see some fantastic racing here, and man, just to give people a who's quick time so far. I think it's Brody Kostecki. A kid is only 15 or 14, 15 or 16. He's only very young, and he's actually in America running a late model on the asphalt.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And some of the other guys that were missing tonight is Power Eye Lucas Oil Midget points leader Andrew Felker, who normally runs with the SimPro series. He's not here tonight, but somebody else who's been very big with the Power Eye series, Christopher Bell, he makes a late appearance here. Chase Briscoe from the USAC world, he's here. You got Nick Cooper, who's been taking several weeks off, and also Chris Gearhart. So the Keystone Crew guys, they're certainly showing up in full force tonight, Brett.
Yeah, certainly are, and I think Andrew Felker was at the 4 Crown Nationals at Eldora. I believe he may still be on his way home. He might have a few hours to go, so that would be why Felker's not here. But yeah, it's some very, very big names, as you said. I think Dave Oles might be running here, so the Keystone Crew guys, they are out in numbers tonight, and look for them guys to be up the front.
Most definitely, but somebody that I definitely want to look for with his consistency in the midgets, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, he's running the 410 Wing Sprint car in Ohio. He runs an occasional Power Eye midget race here every now and then. Chris Bell, wonderful talent behind the wheel, and look for him to go to the front here before the night's over with.
I also believe Chris Bell just finished with the World of Outlaws just last night or a few nights ago, and I believe he ran 8th with the World of Outlaws with his first time, so that's obviously a big achievement there for Christopher Bell, and he's got his head screwed on right to go forward.
Most definitely. That was actually last night at the Lernerville Speedway. Chris Bell outlasted quite a bit of heavy-hitting competition there. Christopher Bell finishing 8th with the World Outlaws. Somebody else you want to look for tonight, too, is Cody Hartlob. Cody Hartlob doesn't make that many appearances with the Midget Series here at SimPro, but he's certainly a very quick driver. He's won the 360 Nationals that were broadcasted here on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network. And Brett, a lot of big names that have won a lot of races, and a lot of faces that have struggled lately are doing well here tonight at Clarksville.
Yeah, certainly some big names, and I think there's probably about 10 or 15 guys that could actually win this tonight. Like you said, you got Brody Kostecki. Rudy Cool's even a surprise package. He's 3rd quick out on the track, so you got Logan Seavey as well, Hartleb, Fitzgerald, the Maguire brothers. You got Chase Briscoe, Gearhart, Bell, Brunig, Ringo, Cooper's here somewhere. You've got a whole bunch of guys that can win this race, and come later on, come feature time, I'm sure we're going to be in for one hell of a race, even with the heat races.
I've watched these drivers practice on both sets of tracks that we have here tonight, the qualifying track and the racing track, and I got to tell you, that outside lane is going to be a little bit of a trouble spot. So if we look for some guys to get up on the bike, they're going to flip these cars over and run in a lot of trouble here tonight. So we may have a slightly caution-filled fest, but with the quality of drivers here, that may not be the case. So I mean, it could go either way tonight, Brett.
Yeah, only time will tell. And another name that I forgot to mention was Adam Elby. So Adam, I do apologise. You are capable of winning it, but you know, we'll come feature time. It's all about turning consistent laps, and obviously if you can stay off the wall, and also stay off the infield berm, you're going to be somewhere up near the front as long as you can get past lap traffic as well. So that may play another factor here tonight as well, Justin, as it does every other week.
Most definitely. But while we're waiting for live qualifying to get underway tonight, folks, let's turn to the points table here. And your points leader, Bo Brunig, he's pretty much going to wrap up the championship tonight here with a solid finish here if he could finish top 10 or so in the A main. Gary McGuire, he's second in points, 212 back with 755 points. Those are the only two guys in this series right now that have made all 20 starts in this series from the beginning of the year. James Edens moves past Christopher Bell here this last week here. He's 295 back with 672 points. Chris Bell, he's fourth in points. He's made 14 starts, but he also has 6 wins, so he's almost batting 50-50 here as far as wins go in the series. Rudy Cole, he rounds out your top 5. He's 424 back, your leader, Bo Brunig. Nick Cooper, he's missed a fair bit of races. He's only made about half of them, but he's 450 back of the leader. He's in 6th spot. Nick Ringo, he's in 7th. He's 473 back. Kevin J. Holly, last week's winner, which we weren't able to broadcast due to a prior commitment, folks. He actually took the win last week, and he's 507 back. Tyler Thomas, he drops a spot in the point standings from last week. He's 563 back. And Chris Gerhardt, who's only made 7 starts, he finishes out here at the end of the top 10 here. He's 569 back. So, I mean, I certainly believe, Brett, that if Chris Gerhardt would have ran all the races, I guarantee you he would probably be pushing Bo Brunig for the points lead all the way.
Yeah, it all comes down to consistency, and like you said, Chris Gerhardt has done 7 out of 20, and he's 569 points behind, the leader, Bo Brunig, who's done all 20 races, obviously, due to, adminning the whole series. He's had to be here every week as well, along with Gary McGuire. So them two guys, sitting 1 and 2, are the only two guys to run, all 20 meetings, but, like you said, Chris Gerhardt, 7 meetings out of 20, and still sitting 10 in points. You got guys that have run 10, 11, 12, 13, even 14 events, and they're still behind Chris Gerhardt. So he's had 2 wins out of the 7, and he's had 5 top 5s as well. So he certainly knows how to wheel one of these race cars. Whether it's on dirt or asphalt. We haven't actually seen him run asphalt, but I'm just going to assume that it's he's good on asphalt as well as on dirt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize for a slight mistake. They have gone with private qualifying here tonight, so we will not be broadcasting live qualifying here on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network. So far, your provisional quick time appears to be Cody Hartlove with a 12.852 seconds. Brody Kostecki, he's only 6 thousandths of a second, or 6.5 thousandths of a second behind with an 8.589. So, I mean, he's certainly right there on the heels of Cody Hartlove. That's not a very big difference at all at this track, Brett.
No, certainly not. And I was just on board with Dave Albers as he come out of, I think it was turn 4, and he was running the top. And as he come off, he hit the cushion and virtually just stayed in the gas, and the car just bicycled up, and he rolled across the finish line. So there is just 2 more guys to go out and qualify. And these guys are really having a tough time with this qualifying track, but it's there is a lot of ruts and bumps, and it can hurt your race car. But Ryan Maguire is actually out on the racetrack in grid number 23. If you want to get that, John, he's in the number 84 machine. So Ryan Maguire is just coming to do his 1 lap now. As he's all out of shape, but he goes 13.361. But yeah, Christopher Cody Hartlove, he's on to a national 360 champion. He's sitting on top of the charts, like I said, with a 12.852. Then you got Brody Kostecki, Ringo, Rudy Cool, Chase Briscoe, Elvie, Logan, TV, Bo Brunig, Chris Gerhardt, and James Eden ran out the top 10. Look at Christopher Bell sitting there back in 11th. Nick Cooper 12th, Aaron Rootsell 13, Ryan Maguire 14, and Jonathan Downley 15. So, man, a couple of big hitters sitting there in 11th and 12th in Christopher Bell and Nick Cooper.
I wonder if they're playing the invert game tonight, Brett. I mean, that seems to be the name of the game, especially with a very tough track, a lot of close times in practice. Makes me wonder if those two are playing the invert game.
Well, yeah, we can't really ask them, but we'll send you down trackside. And I'm just going to bring Cody Hartlove up in into the booth now, and we'll send you down trackside to get a quick word, as you might be here down trackside with him now.
Standing by, your ETV Live quick time qualifier, Cody Hartlob. Cody Hartlob, 0.06 of a second only separated you and Brody Kostecki. Cody, I want to congratulate you on your pole and tell us what that lap was like here, especially with the rough cushion.
Yeah, the cushion's pretty treacherous tonight. You just had to run through it really, and I added a little bit more front percent weight there to make up for the huge cushion. Try to keep the front wheels on the ground and try to keep the car to where I want it to go to get it to go.
With such a stout field of drivers, I mean, we're talking, Cody, you know, probably 10 drivers could win this thing tonight. You feel you got a fair shot to take the victory tonight in the A-Main?
Yeah, I would like to think so. With how many laps I turned during practice, I probably turned about 500 laps of practice today. I had a Cooper moment, but yeah.
Now, Cody, I know you've been taking a little bit of a break off here, but what is it really like to drive these things, especially from you know, somebody that races karts and cars and you know, real cars basically in the real world?
We took a couple weeks off, just getting tired of just getting near the end of the season, and started to get back into it here again. And I actually really like this track, so that's the reason why I decided to run tonight. And these cars are a whole lot of fun here.
Now, Cody, I know you got some guys to thank here, some sponsors to thank. Go ahead and give them a big shout out here on ETV Live.
Yeah, I got to thank Wheelers, Outback Q's, Kangaroos. They bought me a 600 ride for the SPR 600s. Can't thank them enough. And Kevin Court Custom Signs and all the guys down here at Keystone Crew help me with sets, and especially Dave that helps me with the shock setups and everything else that I need help with.
That was Cody Hartlob, your ETV Live quick time qualifier of the night. Cody, congratulations, and I hope to see you do well tonight.
Thank you.
Now, Brett, I gotta tell you, Brody Kostecki, he's certainly a name we're not used to calling here on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network. But you know, as we getting word from race control here, we're getting ready to go to the first heat race here. But Brett, some new names we're not used to seeing are up there at the top of the charts.
Yeah, like you said, Brody Kostecki, another name used to call. I've actually watched this kid when he first came on, and man, he absolutely weirded the hell out of a race car. You know, I think he even passed, you know, the likes of Dale Grother and Corey McCullough, who, you know, are arguably Australia's two best when it comes to online, and, you know, man, to beat them guys is certainly a hell of an achievement. But yeah, he's only sort of 15 or 16. He's from Perth in Western Australia, but he's actually residing now in Sacramento in California, so look for him to be on the move.
Well, heat race number one's on the grid. It's time to run through your lineup here. Aaron Rutzel, he's your pole sitter, and to the outside of him is Chris Gerhardt. Okay, starting the inside of row number 2 is going to be Chase Briscoe, and starting the outside of him, your quick time qualifier, Cody Hartlob. Peyton Pierce, he starts 5th. Dave Albitz, he starts 6th. Rounding out your fields, Gary McGuire's. We're green flag racing here at Clarksville Speedway. Aaron Rutzel jumps out to the leader. He's running the high side here. Chase Briscoe puts a slider on Chris Gerhardt. Chris Gerhardt crosses over. He's on the bottom. Chris Gerhardt looking like he's having a little bit of trouble there, rolling the bottom out of 4 there, as him and Cody Hartlob get together there coming out of 4, Brett. Oh, sorry, here we have a little bit of technical difficulties here. Brett Wheeler's froze up here, but Chase Briscoe, he's running down your race leader, Aaron Rutzel. He's right on the tail tank there, coming out of 2 here. Chase Briscoe looks to the inside. He's going to pull a slide job here into turns 3 and 4. You probably have a new leader come out of 4. Yes, we do. Contact out of 4. Aaron Rutzel gets into Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe battling back on the inside. They're 3 wide coming out of 2. Chris Gerhardt, he's digging on the bottom. He's trying to stay out of the trouble of these two guys battling for the lead up here, but they're 3 wide again coming out of 4 here. Aaron Rutzel, he's back to the top side. Chase Briscoe's right on the tail tank, pushing really hard coming out of 2 this time. They're single file going back into 3 here. Cody Hartlob on the top for the 4th spot there with Chris Gerhardt. Chris Gerhardt, he was losing ground again on the bottom side there. Chase Briscoe, he's in the wall, but he powers to the lead coming out of 2. Chase Briscoe holding the lead going into 3 and 4. Aaron Rutzel, he's holding on to 2nd, but they're 3 wide for 2nd coming out of turn 4. Cody Hartlob puts the slide job. Aaron Rutzel with the crossover move coming out of 2. Cody Hartlob's up to the 2nd spot. Chris Gerhardt, he's still rolling the bottom. He's digging hard, trying to take that 3rd spot away from Aaron Rutzel. That's the only battle on the track right now at this time, as they're mostly single filed. Chris Gerhardt, he's on the bottom. He's digging hard. He's side by side with Aaron Russell going into 3. Aaron Russell, he puts it right down on the low side. Nope, that's Gerhardt, sorry. Aaron Russell, he goes right back to the top side. Chris Gerhardt, only a couple thousandths away from him, crossing the stripe here. As the white flag's going to come out this time by as the battle heats up. Cody Hartlaub puts a slider on Chase Briscoe. Cody Hartlaub, he's got the lead, taking the white flag, and Chase Briscoe, he puts the slide job on him. Coming down into 3 and 4. Slide job with Cody Hartlaub. Will it stick? Oh, he puts Chase Briscoe in the wall. Chase Briscoe upside down, and your heat race winner's going to beat Cody Hartlaub only by a couple thousandths, with Aaron Russell in 2nd, Chris Gerhardt in 3rd. Dave Albitz, he's in 4th. Peyton Pierce, he rounds out the top 5. Tough luck for Chase Briscoe. He finishes 6th, and 7th is going to go to Gary McGuire.
Sounded like one exciting heat race there, and obviously my half factor just crashed as we were rolling to the green flag. So I'm sorry I couldn't call any of that action. But Justin, you've done a fantastic job, and it looks like Cody Hartlaub gets the win over Chase Briscoe. So.
Yeah, that most definitely, and it's a little bit of a hard one to keep rolling there pretty hard with all the calling of the race. But I'm standing by here with your heat race #1 winner, Cody Hartlaub. Cody, I know that was a little bit hard of a slide job there going into 3 and 4 for the win, but tell us what that was like with the 3 wide there for quite a while there.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I gotta apologize to Chase. I'll probably get moved to the back for that one, but I really did not mean to do that. I thought I had him cleared a lot more than what I did, and apparently not. Feel so bad about that, but yeah, I didn't get the best to start, and then finally got the top running, and then just made a stupid move there on the last lap, and I don't know if I would get the win or not.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it looked like you were slowing down. Were you slowing down coming to the checker, just trying to give the spot back, or is that what you were trying to do there, coming to the checkers?
Yeah, I was trying to pull down to that. I thought maybe I thought I just got into him a little bit. I didn't know I flipped him or anything. I was just going to pull down and let him go past me, but I didn't know he flipped.
All right, I know it's a tough call there, but would you willingly move to the back for a move like that?
Yeah, definitely. That was all my fault.
I gotta say, that's one class move out of your Heat Race 1 winner right now. That's Cody Hartlaub. Cody, I know you just thanked your guys again. Why don't you give them another big shout out here on ETV Live?
Yeah, I got to thank Real's Outback Kangaroos again, big sponsor for the 600s, and Dave and all the Keystone Crew guys for helping me with sets and everything else I could possibly need, and you guys for broadcasting this stuff. It's been a while since I've actually been on a broadcast.
Most definitely. That's Cody Hartlaub, temporarily your Heat Race #1 winner. And Brett, I gotta say, that's a class move by Cody, offering himself up for a DQ there for the rough slide job.
Yeah, so why Cody Hartlaub is, if he feels he's in the wrong, he's not afraid to say that he was in the wrong. So very, 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 very classy move there from Cody Hartlaub. But let's see if he continues to stay on his hot streak. I think the last time he was on the broadcast was the 360 Nationals, and where he won that for the 360. So I'm sure we're going to see Cody Hartlaub up the front tonight.
Most definitely. He's got a really, really fast car. Just made a slightly big error in judgment there with the slide job. They're going to 3 and 4. But how about some exciting racing there, man? That was really tough to call all in one breath, man. I just needed half a second there to catch my breath, and these guys were still going at it.
It can get very tough, to do 10 laps, without a breath. You've just got to keep rolling, and as we do. But heat race #2, he's on the grid and starting on the pole for this one. He's going to be Ryan Maguire, and to the outside of him is going to be teammate in James Egan's.
Starting inside row #2 is going to be Adam Elby, and the guy that was only 6,000 slower than your quick time qualifier tonight, Cody Hartlaub, is Brody Kostecki.
Tunnel Bird will start out of position #5, and Grandpa JMC is going to start out of position #6.
2 weeks ago, he finished 4th and survived the affair at Angel Park. That's John McClellan. John McClellan, he's 76 years old, folks, and he's sim racing here with these young kids.
Certainly putting it to the best in the business here. There's Ryan Maguire and James Egan. We're going to get the green flag now. And we're underway. Look for Brody Kostecki. He goes and pulls the slide job. He's going to make it 3 wide. Pulls the slide job. Ryan Maguire comes back underneath him. James Eden now goes to the bottom side in turn number 3 and 4. Oh, he's upside down and Kostecki goes around.
Tough luck, Brody Kostecki, but Ryan McGuire, he's setting the pace out front by Adam Elvey. He's coming on the bottom. They're side by side going into 3. Adam Elvey, he's on the bottom. He wants that lead. He's pulling hard out of 4. Give the lead to Ryan McGuire, that time across the stripe. Adam Elvey, he's still digging on that bottom. Give him the lead coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, one thing I just noticed, just 10, the laps aren't actually counting, so Adam Elvey is on the bottom side and Ryan McGuire on the top side in turn number 1 and 2.
This time coming out of turn 2, Adam Elvey, he inches out ahead. He pulls out a slight lead over Ryan McGuire. Ryan McGuire, he slides up the track. He falls about 5 car lengths back to your leader, Adam Elvey, but they close the gap going back into turn number 2.
Adam Elvey, your race leader in turn number 3 and 4, running the bottom. McGuire now running the middle of the raceway. Here comes Brody Kostecki. He's in 4th and trying to get Todd LeBoeuf and ran him up on the outside.
Brody Kostecki, he's coming hard, he's coming fast. He's pulling a slide job on Todd LeBoeuf for 3rd spot. Brody Kostecki, he's wiring this field right around the top side. He's coming hard. Look for him to make some noise here in about 3 laps.
Yeah, I think we've got 4 laps to go, but Adam Elvey is your race leader. Here comes Kostecki on the top side, trying to reel in Ryan McGuire and doing it very, very quickly as Kostecki runs the high side and he's going to go around Ryan McGuire. Ryan McGuire almost on 2 wheels and almost upside down.
Coming 2 laps to go here. Adam Elvey, he's out by about 1 second over Brody Kostecki, but Brody Kostecki, he's certainly digging that car really hard on the top side. Coming into turn number 3, white flag waving in the air for your leader, Adam Elvey. Adam Elvey looks like he's got this one wrapped up, barring a mistake, but Brody Kostecki, he's throwing it deep there on the top side. Brody Kostecki, he's going to give it all he's got, but the checkered flag is waving coming out of 4. Adam Elvey, he's going to be your heat race number 2 winner with Brody Kostecki closely behind, only about 3/4 of a second. But Ryan McGuire, he brings it home 3rd. Todd LeBoeuf wraps it up in 4th spot. Grandpa John McClellan, 76-year-old sim racer, he finishes 5th. Tyler Seavey, he finishes 6th. He's a late addition to the field, and James Edens rounds out your field. He finishes 7th.
Yeah, Tyler Seavey, he wasn't actually scheduled to be in that grid there. Not sure why he was actually on the racetrack, but Justin, I believe he's standing by your heat race number 2 winner, Adam Elvey.
Heat race number 2 winner, Adam Elvey. Adam, that was some exciting racing with Ryan McGuire here once the field got sorted out there a couple laps in. But Adam, tell us what that was like digging on the bottom.
Well, I knew the top was treacherous, and I could run some pretty decent laps and consistently on the bottom, so I just thought I'd try and stick there, and kept digging and ended up getting the win.
Now, Adam, I know it's a little bit infrequent here and there sometimes here, you know, especially, you know, making a team change to the open wheel outlaws here, but Adam, you think you got a really good shot at winning the A feature tonight?
I think we got a pretty good setup. Bo got a good track going, and just hope to move forward in the main. A win would be nice.
All right, Adam, I know you got a lot of guys to thank, a lot of sponsors to give a big shout out to. Why don't you go ahead and do that here on ETV Live?
I'd like to thank Open Wheel Outlaws, my team, for helping me with setups, and mostly the Outback Used Kangaroos. They gave me the car here tonight, and LB's Automotive Machine Shop to support my funding for my racing.
That was your heat race.
And both for putting on a good race.
Yep, sorry for cutting in there, Adam, but congratulations to you. I hope to see you do well here in the dash and in the feature. But that was your heat race number 2 winner, Adam Elvey. Brett, I gotta tell you, Adam, he certainly looks strong on the bottom, something we definitely didn't see in heat race number 1. So if the bottom comes in here for the slick track, look for him to go to the front using the short way around.
Yeah, definitely using the short way around, you know, running the bottom, and you know, Brody Kostecki really had that car working on the top side of the raceway, but obviously the shortest way round can be the fastest sometimes. But nonetheless, it looks like heat number 3 is on the grid now, so just going to wait for the guys to flick it over. And wow, this is a pretty big heat race. You know, for some guys, there's 3 guys that could possibly win this, but you know, we'll do the lineup very shortly when they flick it over to race. But you know, you got the likes of Fitzgerald, who's coming from the back, the Catfish, as we're going to roll it over right now. So starting on the pole is going to be Jonathan Danley, and to the outside of him is going to be Christopher Bell.
Starting inside row number 2 is going to be Logan Seavey, and starting the outside of him, driver of the number 3 THR machine there is going to be Nick Ringo.
Starting position 5, the man I just spoke about from the Keystone crew, is going to be Keith Fitzgerald, and to the outside of him is going to be Tyler Seavey. So Tyler Seavey actually running scheduled to be in this race, and obviously he went and turned some laps when he shouldn't have. He's going to start out of position number 6, so 6 cars in this heat race, 10 laps. Who's going to win this one? I think it's going to be Christopher Bell.
Don't count out Nick Ringo or Keith Fitzgerald in the 4th and 5th spots, guys. This is a heavy hitter field here. Don't don't count out Jonathan Danley or Logan Seavey. These 2 guys are the wild cards here in this heat race here. 10 laps on the board. Jonathan Danley rolls them hard as we are green flag racing. We're 3 wide for the lead coming to the green.
And Logan Seavey getting a good start. Don't count out Danley and take out someone either, but man, look at these guys, 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2. Logan Seavey's around, and Fitzgerald is upside down.
Christopher Bell, he took off with the lead. He's saying, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. In the words of Wesley Outland, you can hear him here on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network. Christopher Bell, he's just checking out, plain gone.
Checking out, and here comes Nick Ringo right on the top side. All these guys right on the top is Danley, and Danley's almost going to go upside down as he falls back to the 4th spot, but Logan Seavey takes over 3rd, but your race leader is Christopher Bell.
Nick Ringo certainly trying everything he can do to keep that car out of the wall in turns 1 and 2. He's certainly reeling in your leader, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell looking like he's having a little bit of trouble there with that cushion there. The lead's down to 0.4 of a second, which is only about 5 car lengths, guys, coming out of 2. Nick Ringo, he's certainly got the quicker car at this point. He's reeling in your leader. The lead's now down about 3 car lengths coming out of 4.
He's certainly hitting that cushion nice, and then now it goes down to 0.323. So Nick Ringo with 4.5 laps to go for your leader, Christopher Bell. Nick Ringo is on the move in turn number 3 and 4, right on the top side as he cuts down in the middle of the raceway. Now 4 to go, and the lead is now 0.272. So here comes Nick Ringo.
Nick Ringo, he's hot on the tail tank. Look for him to be right on the tail tank coming out of 4. They touch there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Christopher Bell, he pulls back out to about a 1/4 second lead there coming out of 4. Nick Ringo, he's having trouble. Oh, Nick Ringo upside down off the bike there in turns 2. Trouble for Nick Ringo. He was running down your leader, Christopher Bell, but 2 laps to go this time by for your leader, Christopher Bell. He's just plain gone, guys. He's 3 seconds out over Logan Seavey and Jonathan Danley. Jonathan Danley and Logan Seavey battling for second on the track as they're almost side by side coming out of 2.
Yeah, 1 to go for your leader, Christopher Bell's the enters turn number 1 and 2. Seavey sitting there in 2nd, Danley in 3rd as they go into 1 and 2 side by side, but it is all Christopher Bell as he's going to come out of turn number 4. The front wheel's almost in the air. He's going to take out your heat race win with Logan Seavey and Jonathan Danley getting together, and it looks like it's going to be Danley who's going to take 2nd, Logan Seavey 3rd, Nick Ringo 4th, Tyler Seavey 5th, and Fitzgerald not completing a lap there, and going to finish in that 6th spot.
Tough luck for Logan Seavey. He actually slid all the way up and into the wall, folks, in the middle of 3 and 4. They're on the last lap, allowing Jonathan Danley to get by and take the 2nd spot. Christopher Bell, I'm standing by your heat race number 3 winner, Christopher Bell. Christopher, that was some hard running by Nick. He was running you down really quick. Tell us how hard that was to hold him off.
Yeah, the track's pretty tough tonight. It's pretty rough up there on the top. I knew Ringo would be good. He laid down a pretty solid lap in qualifying, but catching him was one thing and passing him is a totally different deal, especially on this racetrack.
Now, I want to take a second here to turn the attention to you, Chris, here. You finished 8th last night at Lernerville Speedway with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. Chris, I want to congratulate you on that. Tell us how that night went.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run last night. We didn't qualify like we'd like to, but in the we actually struggled in the heat race too. Started 6th and ran 8th, and then B feature started up front in that, made it into the show, and then had a pretty good run in the feature. Started 18th and ran 8th.
Now, was it more of a fuel issue, or you guys just really get the car hooked up in the A main last night?
We struggled in the heat race. We had the car a little bit too tight. The track changed quite a bit from qualifying, and I guess track came in pretty good for the heat race, and we were just way too tight. But we got her dialed in for the feature.
That's pretty nice here. Any other plans to run with the World Outlaws this year? You're going to be hitting the World Finals in Charlotte, North Carolina?
No, we won't be running with the Outlaws anymore this year. I got some 360 stuff coming up later on in the year, but other than that, I'm done 410 racing.
All right, Chris, I know you guys got a lot of sponsors to thank there, especially through Open Wheel and friends of Rick Ferkel there. So go ahead and give him a big shout out here on the ETV Live Sim Auto Sports Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, I gotta give a big thanks to Sam Haferteep Jr. He's helping me out with the setup tonight, getting the car dialed in. We should be good for the feature.
That was your heat race number 3 winner, Christopher Bell. Chris, congratulations to you on the heat race win. Hopefully we'll see you on top of the podium tonight at the end of the A main.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How about that run from Nick Ringo in heat race number 3? Until he got in trouble there in 3 and 4, I actually thought that he was actually going to run down and pass your winner of heat race number 3, Christopher Bell there, Brett.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time, but you know it's a tough track to pass, and you've really got to make the most of it when you catch these guys. Like Bill said, it's one thing you know to catch them, and it's another thing to pass them. You know, he showed that he just had a little bit too much drive going into turn number 3 and 4, and unfortunately just hit the left rear of Christopher Bell. It's obviously not Bell's fault, you know, but it is racing, and you know, unlucky for Nick Ringo, and I'm sure he'll be fast come feature time.
Yeah, but how about the heat races we've had here tonight? Certainly a stark contrast compared to Angel Park 2 weeks ago. A lot of side-by-side racing here, a lot of 3-wide action actually here at this track here tonight, Brett.
Yeah, it certainly is, and obviously the 3 heat races so far, the 2 that I've seen and the one that I heard you call, certainly been very, very interesting. So come feature time, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of slide jobs and a lot of passing. So look for guys to even come from the back of the pack, you know, to make their move forward.
Most definitely, and how about hot laps here as we're getting ready to go into heat race number 4 here? James Edens, he's certainly on. As I'm getting some words here with race control here, James Edens, he's top of the board right now with a 13 flat, and Bo Brunick, he's right behind him. Rudy Cool's right behind him as well. I mean, folks, we're talking only 0.03 of a second separate your top 5 right now in practice, but Brett, I got to tell you, this could be a very, very exciting heat race number 4. All right, folks, we're going to send it to commercial. We'll be right back here on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network.
Hey dude, are you ready to rock and roll? If that's cool, then you need to do it over HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadionetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude.
Welcome back to Clarksville, Tennessee. Here we're at the Clarksville Speedway, heat race number 4, getting ready to roll off. Lane Cecil, he's going to be your pole sitter here for heat race number 4. Nick Cooper, he starts second on the outside of Lane Cecil.
Yeah, Bo Brunick will start position number 3, and the cool one, Rudy Cool, will start position number 4.
Rounding out your field in row number 3 is going to be Justin Zimmerman and R.J. Johnson in the 6th spot. 6 cars, 10 laps here, Brett. Certainly the top 4 are some very exciting names to watch here. I wonder if this heat race is just going to be just as much as good, if not better, than the 3 heat races previous.
Only time will tell us. We're going to bring him into 3 and 4 now, and he's going to be Lane Cecil and Nick Cooper, the Coon Man, as we get a good start. It's Cecil and Cooper. Cooper had to get out of the gas, and it's really cool, the big mover. He goes from 4th to 2nd, out of the top side, trying to get underneath Lane Cecil. Now Cecil goes to the top side in turn number 1 and 2. We go back to Zimmerman, who started 5th. He's now into 3rd, and Cooper now trying to go around the outside of Zimmerman as he takes back over 3rd.
Battle heating up for the lead coming out of 2. Rudy Cool, he throws a slide job going into 3 and 4. Crossover move by Lane Cecil coming out of 4. Give the lead to Lane Cecil that time by Rudy Cool. He throws another slide job. Oh, trouble for Lane Cecil. He almost spins it out. Move Rudy Cool to the lead going into 3.
Yeah, Cooper now sitting there in 2nd, so can Cooper run down Rudy Cool with 7 to go as Cooper throws it in the bottom. Rudy Cool runs the top side in turn number 2 as they go down the back straight away. Cecil in 3rd, here comes Bo Brooding now sitting back there in 4th. All the top 4, top 5 guys now as RJ Johnson sitting there in 5th. All the top 5 are running the top side of the raceway. Is Cooper going to go to the bottom as Cecil goes around and Bo Brooding goes underneath him.
Trouble for Lane Cecil, certainly have a hard time controlling the car. Bo Brunick, he gets in the wall coming out of 4. The leaders right now are all running single file on the top side of the track here as we're halfway down here at this racetrack, coming to 4 to go. Rudy Cool, he's out front. Nick Cooper's in 2nd. Bo Brunick, he's in 3rd. Lane Cecil's in 4th. Running up on him for the 4th spot is going to be R.J. Johnson.
Yeah, Rudy Cool really working the wheel. And he just made a mistake last time in turn number 4. He got the car awfully sideways. That allowed Cooper to shut the door with 3 to go. Cooper's now gone to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2 now. Can Cooper shut that? Can he close the gate, or is Rudy Cool going to shut the door?
Rudy Cool, he's on the gas coming out of 4 with 2 to go this time by. Nick Cooper drives it in deep on the bottom. Nick Cooper, he's almost getting right up on that tail tank coming out of 2. Nick Cooper, he sticks it back in the bottom coming out of turn 4. White flag out in the air for leader Rudy Cool. Rudy Cool, he's running the top side. Nick Cooper, he's on the bottom. Nick Cooper pulls hard. He's even coming out of 2, going into 3. Nick Cooper on the bottom. Rudy Cool up top coming out of 4. Who's it going to be? Rudy Cool powers around the outside and he takes heat race number 4 with a close finish right behind him by Nick Cooper. Bo Brunick, he's 3rd. Lane Cecil, he finishes in the 4th spot. R.J. Johnson runs into a little trouble. He finishes 5th, and rounding out your field is going to be Justin Zimmerman.
What an awesome heat race. I think Cooper might have left his run just a little bit too late there on the bottom. Maybe if he had gone there a lap early, he may have taken that win, but nonetheless, Rudy Cool and the Jeff Gordon machine is going to take out the 4th and final heat race, as we'll send it down trackside to Justin Rose now, who's standing by. Your heat race number 4 winner in Rudy Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting heat race. Rudy Cool, you did a hell of a job to stay in front of Nick Cooper there with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Early in the race, I was just trying to get out in front and run my line, and then I started making some stupid mistakes, so I tried to calm myself down for those last couple laps there.
You certainly did all right. I mean, you held off one of the best in Nick Cooper. Nick Cooper, for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of seeing him, he's one of the best drivers in all of sim racing. He also runs 305 sprints in New York and Pennsylvania. Rudy, man, you did a heck of a job here, and tell us just what that was like, having him breathing down your neck there with 2 to go. I mean, just how hard was it to keep that car where you want it to be on the racetrack?
Oh yeah, Nick's a great racer and he's always clean. I've raced a ton with him before, and I started to hear his car back there, so I just tried to hold my line and stay clean and try not to run into too many of those bumps and ruts out there.
Now, Rudy, I know you got some guys to thank here on the ATV Live Sim Broadcasting Network. Go ahead and give them guys a huge shout out here.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Bo and all the SimPro guys, and they do a great job putting these things together. Bo did a good job prepping the track tonight. I think should be some good racing. I'd like to thank you guys at ETV. It's great that we have some guys broadcasting these races, and I'd also like to thank the Good Sleep screen printing crew. And that's about it. Thank you.
That was your heat race number 4 winner, Rudy Cool, and Brett, I gotta tell you, he's got to be my pick for the feature here. He's been a sneaky one here at this track here at Clarksville, and I'm going to pick him to take the feature win here.
Yeah, there's a number of guys, and obviously we want to wish you know, Rudy Cool the best of luck, and we might just send it to commercial. Obviously, just to give Bo a little bit of a break here, and yeah, we'll send it to commercial. We'll be back very shortly here on the ETV Live Network.
And welcome back to Clarksville Speedway here tonight with SimPro Racing, the Power-Eyed Lucas Oil Midgets. Want to remind you that tomorrow night at 6 p.m., don't forget, Wesley Outland, Michael Neff, Justin Rosenau, and the Winners Motorsports Show live on ETV Live and ETV Live Radio. And then following that at 9:20 p.m., Real Sim Racing back in the saddle again. Chase race number 2 from New Hampshire live on ETV Live. Let's take it back up to the booth. Here are Brett Wheeler and Justin Rosenau.
Thank you, JD. And JD, I got to tell you, it's been some interesting racing here already, here through 4 heat races here as we're getting ready for the A feature tonight. And JD, with you sitting in the producer's booth, how do you feel about these guys running as hard as they have been here tonight at Clarksville?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, I've always been excited to be here at these dirt track races, and I wish I wish there was one out here, you know, by me where I live, but there isn't. So my only thrill when it comes to dirt track racing is to sit here and watch these guys with SimPro Lucas Oil, the Power-Eyed Lucas Oil guys, Christopher Bell, Nick Cooper, I mean, all these guys, Cody Hartleb, James Eden. James Eden's winning here a couple of weeks back as well here. So a fantastic job here tonight, guys.
Most definitely by these drivers, and you know, I'm just sitting here running through the list of the drivers here that are running top of the charts here in practice. There is literally, and I mean literally, folks, 12 guys that can easily win this feature race. I mean, I am just absolutely astounded at the strength of the field tonight. You know, your heat race winners have been absolutely no slouch at any point tonight, but I'm just absolutely flabbergasted at just how strong these drivers have been here, putting on the quality show that they have here on the ETV Live Sim Autosports Broadcasting Network tonight, guys. And for those of you tuning in tonight, if you have to tune into us when you can't be at home, check us out on ETV Live Radio. We are in the TuneIn Radio app for Android. That you can find that in the Android market there. And for those of you who are listening on the iPhone, you can find us on iTunes Radio in the iTunes store. So Brett, I gotta tell you, you know, all kinds of new and interesting ways here to listen to us here at ETV Live.
Yeah, it certainly is, and obviously there's always a way where you can listen to us and watch the broadcast as well. So these guys doing a fantastic job in doing all the stuff that they do. So you know, like you said, something that we do here. Obviously, it was originally Tyler Bennett's idea on to pick a winner. Rudy Cool is your pick, Justin. But JD, have you got a pick here tonight on who's going to win here this A feature?
Hey, jump back up in the booth here. I'll tell you what, Christopher Robel's looking pretty sharp here tonight. But you know what? I'm going to go with something different. I'm going to go with Adam Elby. Watching him during that heat race, I thought he did a pretty good job. So that's going to be my pick tonight, Adam Elby.
Okay, well, Adam Elby is JD's pick, and you got Really Cool, who's Justin's pick. Now the all-important pick. I'm normally going to wait till I'll let you guys know after the feature, but no, I do it every week. But you know, it's hard to pick. I think I'm going to have to go with my man in the number 95 machine, the 360 Knoxville National Champion in Cody Hartley. He's taken 2 from 2 tonight, obviously the quick time qualifier, and also taking out heat race number 1, I believe it was. And I'm going to pick him. I think he'll be starting on pole, so hopefully Cody Hartley can get it done.
Most definitely. I think, you know, honestly, like I've said before, folks, there's probably 12 drivers, you know, 13 drivers easily tonight that can win on any given night, folks. And that is just a testament to how stout and how good the racing here is tonight at Clarksville. But I want to apologize to producer JD Webb a minute. There's something else I'm forgetting. For those of you who have a Windows Media phone, you can find us in the Windows Media Guide as well. So you can listen to ETV Live Radio, or you can tune in to etv-eplay.net to catch all the live broadcasts that we do on any given night of the week. Tomorrow night on the ETV Live Sim Broadcasting Network, Real Sim Racing. Real Sim Racing runs the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Michael Keaton, Wesley Outland, and Dakota Ehrman, they're going to be in the booth tomorrow night. Exciting racing. So I gotta tell you, you know, Real Sim Racing is some really nice folks. Some guys that have raced here at SimPro and the NASCAR stuff. They've moved on to Real Sim Racing, and Real Sim Racing, what a crowd, and some of the races they put on lately. It's been just as exciting as the races here tonight here at SimPro.
Certainly is, and you know, we look forward to that tomorrow night. I think it is, but man, look at the top of the charts. I'll tell you what, I actually want to pick 2 people. I want to pick Cody Hartley and Brody Kostecki, but yeah, I'm going to go with them 2 to finish 1-2 tonight.
You know, don't count out my pick, Rudy Cool. He was a very sneaky fast person there in the heat race, but I've watched him practice on the slick track all night long, and he's certainly got the control, certainly to make an appearance up front there, even with the invert. But, you know, Brett, like I've told you and told the folks time and time again, there's literally 13 guys that could win this race if the brakes fall their way. Seriously.
Right, I'm going to pick you up on something. A minute ago you said 12. Now you're establishing it to 13. What's the go? You know.
Well, I mean, Kevin J. Holly, he's last week's winner. I seen him pop up into the 13th spot in practice. I mean, like, all it takes is somebody getting into somebody and putting them up on the bike, Brett, and that, you know, that's their night. So Kevin J. Holly, a late entry here. Same with Gary McGuire. We're going to run 26 cars tonight in the A feature. No dash tonight, so we're going to run 30 or 35 laps here at Clarksville Speedway here. We're going to run 26 cars here for the A feature.
Yeah, something we don't normally see, though. We normally have 24 cars, but we are having 26. And it looks like we're rolling it over to Serval. We are going to have 30 laps. And starting on the pole for this one is going to be Logan Seavey. And to the outside of him is going to be Adam Elby.
Starting inside row number 2 is going to be the cool one, Rudy Cool. And starting the outside of him is going to be Nick Ringo.
Brody Kostecki, another one of my picks. Well, I've got 2 picks here tonight just because I'm special. He's going to start position number 5. And alongside him is going to be my other pick in the Wheelers Outback Used Kangaroos. Number 95 is going to be Cody Hartley.
Starting inside row number 4 is going to be Chase Briscoe, and starting the outside of him, your points leader, Bo Bruning.
Chris Gearhart will start position number 9, and James Eaton will start position number 10.
Inside row number 6 is going to be Christopher Bell, and starting the outside of him is going to be Nick Cooper.
Position number 13 is going to be Ryan McGuire. Then you go back to Danley, Cecil, Pierce, LaBoob, Fitzgerald, Zimmerman, Albert, Grandpa, John McClellan, Johnson, and Kevin J. Holly along there, and Kurt also. So we've got 26 cars, and we are underway. It's Adam Elby. Logan Seavey goes straight to lead. Adam Elby goes around. Rudy Cool. Brody Kostecki runs the bottom, and he takes over 3rd spot now as Kostecki runs the bottom on the inside of Adam Elby. Adam Elby running the top side as they come out of turn number 4. Kostecki's going to have 2nd.
Guys, we are 2 wide all the way back to the field from 2nd on down to 27th place, guys. Holy moly, the race is getting hard and thick here as they're going 3 wide for positions 4, 5, and 6 here going into turn 4.
Edens, Gerhard, Ringo, cool. It's all happening here. Bell now, he's moving up to the 5th spot on the racetrack now. Oh, Brody Costeghi's back there in 3rd. He's battling it out with Adam Elby, who's on the top side, but it is Logan Seavey, your race leader, as they are going to come up to lap traffic already. Oh, we got a car around! Oh, Adam Elby into the wall. Costeghi takes back 2nd.
Oh my, Rudy Cool, he's right up on the tail tank of Adam Elby. Adam Elby powers it away from him coming out of turn 4. Nick Ringo, he's certainly the battle heating up. Slide job going into turn 2. Move Nick Ringo up to the 5th spot. Rudy Cool, he gets in trouble. He almost loops it around on the backstretch.
Yeah, well, I don't know where Cody Harlep's sitting there back in 9th spot. As Rudy Cool just slides up in front of him and Cool, Harlep tags the back of Cool. That's the battle for the 10th spot on the raceway, but we go back up front. Christopher Bell sitting there in 3rd. Oh, Brody Costeghi on 2 wheels. Bell goes around him now, and Bell takes over 3rd as Adam Elby goes to 2nd, and Costeghi's back there in 4th. Oh, you can see him coming to put a lap on RJ Johnson now in turn number 4.
Side by side for 2nd coming out of turn number 4. Gives 2nd this time by to Christopher Bell. He powers around the outside. Chris Bell, he's moving up through the field. Oh, trouble for Chris Bell. Gets in the lap car of RJ Johnson. Trouble for 2nd place, Christopher Bell.
Adam Elby just got in the side of Bell there after Bell had to get out of the gas, and here comes Brady Costeghi with a slide up. Elby comes back underneath him, and Bell, he is working the top side like you wouldn't believe, and they're doing a roll-up car. Costeghi goes underneath Adam Elby. No, Adam Elby powers back around Costeghi up on nearly 1 wheel there. That's Christopher Bell right on the left rear of Adam Elby in turn number 2.
Trouble for Bo Brunick. He was running 4th. He's actually fell back all the way outside of the top 10. He's looped it around there in turn 2. But as we turn the attention back up front, Christopher Bell, he's working hard on the bottom side to reel in Adam Elby. But Brody Costeghi, he powers around the inside of Christopher Bell, coming out of 2 for the 3rd spot.
One man that is on a charge. He's done 7 races. Here's Chris Gerhart now. He's powered his way up to 5th. He's now on the inside of Christopher Bell. He's run on the bottom side, and Bell comes back around, and can Chris Gerhart make a late charge? Bell shuts the door in turn number 3 and 4.
Makes you wonder if the Nick Cooper way of getting around Clarksville is coming into effect for everybody. I'm seeing your leaders mostly run the bottom. That top side is very, very treacherous, but you can make a lot of ground up there. But so far, 1st through 5th, they're all running the bottom side of the racetrack here as we're coming towards halfway. Brody Costeghi, he's reeling in 2nd place. Adam Elby coming out of 2.
Yeah, Chris Gerhart back there in 5th still, as we're going to go for our first yellow flag of the evening after just 13 laps. The yellow flag is out. Not sure who the cause of that caution was, but it looks like, yeah, not sure who that was, but the first yellow of the night has come out, and Logan Seavey is your race leader. You go back to 2nd, who is Adam Elby. Brody Costeghi 3rd, Christopher Bell 4th, Chris Gerhart rounds out the top 5. Then you go back to James Edens, Nick Ringo, Ryan Maguire, Cody Hartleb, and Nick Cooper rounding out the top 10.
Bo Brunick, he's running 11th. Justin Zimmerman, he's in 12th. Rudy Cool, after starting in the top 5, he's fell out of the top 10. He's 13th. Keith Fitzgerald, he's 14th. Lane Cecil is 15th. Jonathan Danley, he's 16th. Gary McGuire, he's 17th. 18th is Kevin J. Holly, he's the caution car. 19th is going to be Chase Briscoe. RJ Johnson, he's a lap down, he's 20th. 21st is going to be Todd LeBeau. And the last car on the track is going to be Kurt. Don't have a last name for him, but as I believe we're going to come to 1 to go, I think here this time by here, Logan Seavey. Let's see if he gets a good jump coming out of 4, Brett.
Yeah, we're going to go green as we come out of turn number 4. We're just going to wait for Logan Seavey as we're getting on the gas very early. Chris Gerhart, really on the inside of Christopher Bell now as they go into turn number 1 and 2. And Chris Gerhart is going to power into that 3rd spot now. But here comes Adam Elby now. He tries to go around. No, switches back underneath Logan Seavey. He's going to take the lead coming out of turn number 4. And we got another yellow. And Adam Elby is going to be your race leader.
Cautions breed cautions. That's the way it works here in short track racing here. And folks, that caution just brought out our 2nd caution of the night. Adam Elby put quite the move on the inside of Logan Seavey for the lead. Chris Gerhardt, he's trying everything he can do to get around him. I believe he went to the top side. Christopher Bell, he's hanging there in fourth. Brody Kostecki, he's still in the top 5. So, you know, a lot of positions changed hands on the restart, Brett. Look for that to be just the same here when we go green this next time around, I believe.
Wow, what a big move for Adam Elby, and also Chris Gerhardt. He was running 5th after that last caution, got a good start. I'm not sure what happened to Brody Kostecki, but he's fallen back to that 5th spot, but Gerhardt got on the inside of Christopher Bell, so Chris Gerhardt looking to try and get his 3rd win just out of 8 races here for the SimPro Racing Power Ride Midget cars.
As the pace truck appears like it's going to pull off the track here, we're going to take the green with the cross flags hanging by on the flag stand, so we'll be 15 down, 15 to go. Adam Melby rolls it into 3 as the green flag flies. Chris Gerhardt goes right to the top. Is trouble for Brody Kostecki. He gets contact and he gets dropped back down to about 9th or 10th spot. Adam Melby, he's on the top side. Logan Seavey on the bottom. Folks, they're almost 3 wide for the lead going into 3.
Yeah, Chris Gerhardt runs the top. Logan Seavey falls back to 2nd now. Make that 4th, because here comes Gerhardt. Almost 3 wide in the turn number 3 and 4. 1 and 2, so Seavey on the bottom. Adam Elby's your race leader down the back straight away. Gerhardt goes around Seavey. Bell now trying to fit in behind Seavey. Now here comes James Eden. He's on the top side as well, but here is Adam Elby now. Seavey on the bottom still. We go back to Gerhardt and Bell. They're virtually running side by side down the back straight away. Gerhardt on the top, Bell on the bottom.
Folks, they're trading sliders all over the place. Oh, trouble for Ryan McGuire. He gets up on the bike and gets contact there with, I believe that's Keith Fitzgerald quite possibly. But trouble again for Brody, or who was that? I can't remember. But at this point, guys, we're side by side here from 3rd on back. Adam Elby, he's starting to run away with this. Logan Seavey and Christopher Bell are sitting there running side by side back and forth here for the 2nd spot here. Guys, this is going to be one hell of a finish here coming by with 10 laps to go this time by.
10 to go, almost single digits there. Chris Gerhardt, he's back there in 4th spot now as Bell. He's got on the top, but look at Logan Seavey trying to catch ground in turn 1 and 2 on Adam Elby as he goes to the bottom now. Bell now, he switches from the top to the bottom. Elby goes to the top in turn 1 and 2, as does Christopher Bell. Then they shut the door on Logan Seavey as they come into turn 3 and 4, this time by Bell and Elby. They both go to the bottom, and Bell almost running into the left rear of Logan Seavey.
Bell losing the momentum. He's falling back to the grasp of Chris Gerhardt at the moment. Logan Seavey, what a job from him. He's on the bottom digging hard, looking at the inside of your leader, Adam Elby, going into 3. That gap closes to about 2 car lengths as they're coming out of 4.
Tell you what, I'll tell you who's coming, Brody Kostecki. He fell back to 9th. He is absolutely wheeling the hell out of his race car, and he is starting to catch Chris Gerhardt, who's in 4th. Ryan McGuire's going to go a lap down, and James Eden, he's back there in 5th now. He's running the top, and Brody Kostecki's going to go underneath him. James Eden's going to go back around him and going to take back over 5th spot by 4,000ths of a second.
Trouble is they have a car sitting on the racetrack. Adam Melby, he's sitting the inside of the lap car. Look out, Christopher Bell, he's coming. He's right on the tail tank, your leader. Looking to the inside, going into turn number 1. Chris Bell moves around Adam Melby, coming out of turn 2. You have a new race leader, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, oh, he gets contact from Adam Melby. Adam Melby retakes the lead, coming out of 4.
What a race, 4 to go. Elby on the bottom, Bell on the top. Elby has to push in turn number 1 and 2. Bell now works the top side in turn number 3 and 4. They go side by side in 3 and 4. They're going to come out of turn number 4. Who's going to have it up the line? It is going to be Adam Elby by .125. Adam Elby goes to the top. Bell comes back underneath, down side by side in turn number 3 and 4.
The guy that wanted to see this, we're coming to 2 to go, is Brody Kostecki. Brody Kostecki, trouble with it, Christopher Bell. Move Kostecki to the outside of Adam Elby for the lead. Adam Elby, oh my goodness, he's having a hard time holding out of the bottom. Brody Kostecki, he's going to challenge to the inside of Adam Elby, coming to the white flag. We're side by side, coming to the white flag. Adam Elby to the outside, Brody Kostecki to the inside. Kostecki pulls even, coming out of 2. Side by side, going into 3. Kostecki, he might win this. Coming out of turn number 4, your winner's going to be Brody Kostecki. Second's going to be Adam Elby. Nick Cooper, he's going to finish 3rd. Nick Ringo finishes 4th. Cody Hartlob, he rounds out your top 5. Hell of a finish, Brett. Hell of a finish.
What an awesome battle. And one of my picks, Brody Kostecki, the young man from Perth in Western Australia, has taken out tonight's 30-lap main event Well done to the young man. He's certainly got his head screwed on right. As I'm just watching him now, and he's going to go down the back straight away. And he may do some victory donuts.
Wow, wow, wow. Adam Elby, Christopher Bell fighting like hell to take that win, and Brody Kostecki, he was the man of the hour. He drove right on by both of them. Hell of a job by Brody Kostecki. That has got to be one of the best races I've had the pleasure of seeing in person and to have the pleasure to broadcast here on ETV Live. Oh my goodness, Brett. What a race.
Certainly was a fantastic race, as we're just going to drag the top three, and believe you are standing by third place finisher in Nick Cooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to catch my breath here and catch half my voice here. Nick Cooper, you finished third. Wild finish there. Christopher Bell having some issues there, falling outside of the top 10. Describe how the night went with the tough racing going on here at Clarksville.
Yeah, that was an understatement. The racing was pretty dang rough, and I was just trying to focus on staying alive, and I lasted. I don't know how, but I did.
Just tell us how hard it is to, have 27 guys in a server and trying to, basically kind of guess where the other is on a tough, tight track. It seemed like we were with the grooves tonight here at Clarksville. I mean, is it really a lot harder than what some people think it might be?
Oh yeah, I've been in a lot of races, but this race right here was definitely the most grueling, because you had to stay out of trouble and focus on your lines, and if you're running the top, you had to be careful of cushion and flipping and all that. It's just a conjunction of things that you had to focus on, and it made it harder for sure.
Now this one's going to take a little bit of a shot at Mike Neff here, who's one of the guest hosts for tomorrow's and the Winter is Motorsport show. Nick, you've run real cars, you've ran micro sprints, you run 305 wing sprints. Just tell us what it's like to actually drive those cars, and then how close we're possibly getting with these mods now running here electronically.
To be honest, the cars are close. I've never driven a midget before, so I wouldn't know. But to be honest, they're getting closer and closer as they progress through the years, and I think you're going to see, if they work it hard enough, it's going to be perfect. Because right now, I'm getting the feel of being in the car, just being on here, so it's helping me out for sure.
Most definitely, and I know you got a laundry list of folks to thank for your run here tonight at SimPro, so give all your sponsors and friends a big, huge shout-out here on ETV Live.
I thank SimPro, Keystone Crew Motorsports, Keith Fitzgerald, Dave Elbitz, Cody, Chris. I gotta thank my buddies back at DLM for their help with everything. ETV Live, all you guys that do your broadcasting the way you guys do, you do an awesome job, and I can't thank all you guys enough.
That was Nick Cooper. He finishes third here at a very, very wild and exciting finish here at Clarksville Speedway here. Brett, I believe you're standing by with our second place finisher.
Yeah, standing in second spot. Man led for a good amount of laps of this feature race, and Adam Elby, congratulations on second. That was a good run.
Yeah, thanks. I wish to get the win, but just got caught up by a couple lap cars and just made a couple wrong errors, and couldn't get down to the bottom when I had to on that last lap, but just did whatever I could.
You led for, like I said, you led for a good portion of the race there. You got around Seavey. You were having a battle there with Seavey, I think it was, and also Christopher Bell. You got into Bell a couple of times. Obviously, it wasn't intentional, but it's unfortunate that Bell finished where he finished. And I'm sure if he hadn't have, I think he might have hit the wall. But I'm sure it was a good battle. I'm sure it wasn't intentional for you to take it or make contact with Christopher Bell.
Yeah, Chris is a good buddy of mine. I didn't intentionally wreck him or anything. They just happened to go down the same line and just racing deal.
It certainly was, and obviously you're got to be happy with a second spot there. But are you a little bit disappointed that you didn't get the win tonight? For leading the good amount of laps.
Yeah, I am. I just thought I had a really good run going. kind of struggled at the start where I spun the tires and the flagman threw the green a little early and wasn't expecting it, and then made up for it, and then got passed by Bell, got back by him, made up for that, and then just made another error and Brody got by me.
Well, he's certainly got his head screwed on right, and nonetheless, you got second. It's a good finish. Obviously, JD did pick you for tonight to win, so thank JD for making you get second and not first. But nonetheless, mate, have you got any guys you'd like to give a quick shout out and a thank you to before we let you get on out of here?
I just like to thank the OWO crew and the Open Outlaws, and then can't forget the Outback Used Kangaroos and some of the lap cars that held me up back in the race. Cost me the win.
Yeah, lap cars always will do that too, but nonetheless, congratulations second, and Justin, I believe you're standing by the feature race winner, Brody Kostecki.
Your winner after one of the most wild finishes ever witnessed here on ETV Live, Brody Kostecki, congratulations to you. Describe to us just how wild those last 3 laps were.
Oh, it was absolutely insane. I mean, Bo made a really good track that really suited my driving style of kind of driving the car like a pavement car, down low, and up top you had to throw it in and hope for the best. LB ran a really good race with the OWO crew. I mean, we were up front all night. Just a bit unfortunate there with Chris Bell, but it was also unfortunate too with LB with the lap cars. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got by him. But definitely OWO crew was really fast night. Definitely had a great setup just to get all of us around the track nice and clean. And I was disappointed about my heat, but it all paid off, I guess.
Most definitely, the Open Wheel Outlaws making a statement here at this race. These guys are bad fast and are looking to kick some tail. Brody, I gotta tell you, it was interesting watching all the hard racing early on in the race. Certainly, you were bouncing around between the top 3 and then falling back to around 8th, 9th, or 10th or so and fighting your way back. Just how hard was it to get around all them guys and find yourself in a position to win the race?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it was difficult. I mean, there was people running everywhere. I mean, there was so many lines all the way around the racetrack, and I stuck rolling the bottom, and everyone would miss the bottom, and I would just take it to that. I ran really consistent laps throughout the race, and I got knocked around a little bit and throughout this by a couple of other guys, but got a little bit of damage, but it didn't hurt me too much.
Most certainly, and I understand you're from the faraway land over by Brett Wheeler from down under there. You're from Australia. Tell us what it's like to race down there and then have the culture shock when you come over here to race. I hear you're racing late models now?
Yeah, we've been racing the UARA late model series, which is a big series for the late models. You know, we get about 20 to 30 cars every weekend, and there's a bunch of really good teams, and we've been doing okay. We've been finishing in the top 10, but we're working towards getting a top 5, and hopefully we can progress from there. But all the guys at Brody Kostecki Racing have, you know, made a statement this year for our first 8 races. You know, being in the top 5 and getting close to win a couple of times. But you know, hopefully towards the end of the year we can start pulling off some wins.
Now, before we get you out of here, Brody, I know you got some sponsors to thank for your real racing and a lot of guys to thank for your sim racing here. Go ahead and give them a big shout out here. You certainly earned it here. Give them the largest shout out you possibly can here on ETV Live.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my main sponsor, Arco Plate, and LF Steel International, and all the guys are on here. You know, Bo Browning for putting SimPro Racing League together. He's done a really great job. I mean, it's grown so much throughout the years. And I'd like to give a thank to Open Wheel Outlaws too. I mean, they're a great bunch of guys, and with Chris finishing in the top 10 last night with Rick Ferkel in the World of Outlaws series was really impressive.
Again, that's your race winner after a very, very exciting finish tonight. That's Brody Kostecki. And before I send it to JD, Brett, I got to tell you that it was just an unbelievable race. That has got to be one of the most exciting races since the first World 100 that we've seen, on any dirt broadcasting network. Brett, just your thoughts on it here before we close it out with JD.
It was a fantastic race, you know, the whole 30 laps. We did have 2 cautions. Obviously, we were going to expect more, but you know, to have 2 cautions in the whole race, it's a credit to all the 26 drivers that took part in the feature race. And you know, I picked 2 guys in Cody Hartleb and also Brady Kostecki. I knew that kid has certainly got some talent behind him, and you know, to come. Well, virtually to fall back to 9th and 10th when he was running side by side with Bo Bennett, I think with about 11 or 12 to go, you know, to come back and win, you know, that's an accomplishment in itself. And to pass guys like, you know, Nick Cooper, Adam Elby, Christopher Bell, Cooper, I think I said him twice, but Hartleb as well. But, you know, he's certainly got his head screwed on right, and the kid is going to go a long, long way in the future. And, man, it was a very exciting race.
Most certainly, and I want to say thanks for having you along with the ride, Brett, and I'm going to send it to you, JD. JD, take it away, buddy.
All right, what a night of racing here at Clarksville Speedway. But hey, Cowboy, we ain't done yet. Tune in tomorrow night. It all starts about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join Justin Rosenau, Wesley Allen, Michael Neff for the And the Winner Is Motorsports Show live from ETV Live and ETV Live Radio. Following that, back in the saddle again, Cowboy. We're going to New Hampshire with Real Sim Racing Full Throttle Cup Series, race number 2. Landon Huffman, Chad Cole, Jay Horton, your top 3. So that all starts at 9:20 p.m. right here on ETV Live and live on ETV Live Radio. You can get the radio from iTunes, Windows Media Guide. We're also listed on the TuneIn.com, TuneIn Radio. So for Brett Wheeler from Sydney, Australia, where there ain't no broke back in the Outback Cowboy, and Justin Rosenau from somewhere near Lake Erie, John the Bad Boy Westling pushing the buttons on the cameras. We'll see you next time on ETV Live.
Oh,